Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Anthony with themovieblog.com, and I'm back here with another video. This time we're going to be doing one on the new Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer right after this.
Where is it, David?
Yeah. It's Lord.
Now, before we get started, do me a favor. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Now let's dive into this trailer. Now, I got an opportunity to get this email notification like the rest of the world. There's a brand new trailer for Venom Let There Be Carnage. I wanted to take some time to go over it with you guys, maybe watch it together, and see what you guys think. Let's check it out. I think it's kind of cool that they're showing the relationship between Eddie and Venom again. Now, it's important to remember that Venom is the symbiote, is its own character in itself. It has its own personality, its own wants, its own history, separate from Eddie when they're combined and make Venom also as the superhero. Venom the symbiote wants blood, it wants violence, it wants to eat brains, and it's got this insatiable appetite that we got to see hints of in the first film, and it's heightened in the second film. Like, if you kind of forgot where the first movie left off, these moments that we're seeing in this trailer are really helping me come back to where we were. That's pretty cool because it was 2018, like a lot's happened since then. And then the trailer makes us dive right into good stuff with Woody Harrelson sinking his teeth into this role as Cletus Kasady, and you can tell that Woody Harrelson is really all in with this. It kind of reminds me of like Nicolas Cage when he took on that role of Ghost Rider. Remember that? Nicolas Cage is like a huge comic book nerd, huge comic book fan. I think he owns like a copy of Action Comics #1, one of few people who do. And Woody Harrelson is right up there with him as being a huge comic book fan, if you didn't know that. But with him being a comic book fan and then taking on the role of Cletus Kasady, you see him giving it his all. And you don't see a lot of acting from Woody Harrelson in this. Obviously, you know, it's not a dramatic film. It's not going to be like one of his Oscar-nominated films, but there's those powerful moments where he's like, I'm not a crazy man. He delivered that great. I also like some of the effects that we're seeing now. The transformation of Woody Harrelson into Carnage was also really cool. It was something that they made sure that they showed us not once but twice in the trailer. It kind of makes me worried that maybe they blew the whole budget right now on this one animation, like on the Flash TV show. When you see that transformation or that one scene of whooshing into the Flash, you're not going to see it very often. Hopefully they show more of these awesome animations and little flourishes like that. I really enjoy it. It really adds to the substance and the enjoyment of the film, or at least to a film that doesn't have a lot of substance. This is not a very deep story, but there is some story, right? And we get hints of that. Venom is like, that's a red one. He's like, yo, that's a red one. He recognizes that the red one is different. So I can't help but wonder if they're going to explain a little bit of that lore behind this. I know some of the lore because in the comics we find out that the red ones, like Carnage, are almost like Nexus beings with the Scarlet Witch in the MCU. It's like a once every generation or every few generation type of thing. RED symbiotes just don't exist like that. I think this was explained in the Venomverse miniseries. It might have been Venomized, I forget, in which the multiversal Venoms team up against the Poisons. That was actually a pretty cool story with like all the members of the Avengers actually being a variant of Venom. Maybe we should go into that in another video. Anyway, I'm not sure if I like the origin that we're getting for Carnage in this. Now, in the comics, obviously, the origin was that Cletus Kasady and Eddie Brock were cellmates in prison. I think it was in Ravencroft or something like that. And the Venom symbiote gave birth to the Carnage symbiote, giving a brand new symbiote for Carnage to inhabit. This one with him just biting into Eddie's hand and he's like, that's not blood. I know what blood tastes like. That's a little weird, but I guess it's a comic book movie. I shouldn't really start nitpicking at origins here. What I also wonder is if they're going to give any acknowledgement to Shriek's origin as a mutant. Marvel has already done a lot to kind of leave us breadcrumbs that they're going to show us mutants soon, right? They've already had some clues that their universes are going to merge and combine with Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse and all the alternate Spider-Man, or at least previous iterations of Spider-Man appearing in that film. We saw Pietro in WandaVision. We saw Madripoor appear in Falcon and Winter Soldier. We saw Michael Keaton's Adrian Toomes appear in a trailer for Morbius. And if Marvel decides to pull Venom into this universe, or at least into this storyline that they're building up with their multiverse, I can't help but wonder if they're going to use this as another one of those opportunities to kind of drop another hint towards their revelation of mutants. I have a theory. Anyway, I actually enjoyed the idea of Woody Harrelson acting opposite Tom Hardy in a movie, but I don't see anything here, guys. Really, I really don't see anything that makes Carnage seem unique when you compare him to the symbiotes that we saw in the first movie, right? The Life Foundation had a lot of different symbiotes. I get that he's crazy and all, but it feels like it's almost a bit of a rehash. I mean, not entirely. Like, I had the same feeling when watching the Flash TV show. For those of you who watch the Flash, I saw seasons 1, 2, and 3. They kept having speedsters as the villains. It's kind of like that. Venom only goes against other symbiotes here, which is fine, but I want to see something that makes this one stand out. Hopefully they go into the story a little bit of the Red One and what makes him unique and why he's so special. Maybe we'll get more of that lore. Maybe we'll get more of the history of the symbiotes. Maybe we'll get Null, but we'll see. Anyway, that's all I've got for this one. What did you guys think of the trailer? Were you feeling it? Do you like the idea of Shriek? What do you think of this theory of that Marvel's going to merge all their universes with the Sonyverse, the Fox universe, and maybe use Francis Barrison as a stepping stone into introducing mutants in the MCU? I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys think about this. Anyway, like I said earlier, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to see more from me and you want to see more of our videos, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm going to check you guys later. Peace.